everybody. All right, welcome back to Mercury Digital Media. I'm John Cremans. Glad to have you with me today as we look at part 4 of our 5-part series on It's About the Pitch. You know, everything we've done in our life is a pitch, right? Whether, as a child, we were trying to get mom and dad to get us something, and who hasn't done that, right? Or maybe perhaps it's in business when you're trying to sell your idea to the group. You're in a seminar, or you're live on air, or better yet, you're in a webinar where you've got hundreds, maybe thousands of people that are watching you and hanging on your every word. At least we hope they are. So in part 4 of our 5-part series, we've gone from being authentic to true connection with whoever you're talking to product knowledge is key, and now we're going to talk about taking the tour. And no, it's not some cruise, that would be kind of fun. And no, it's not a trip to some place in the mountains. The tour is about really showcasing your product or your idea, okay? So meaning that you're going to showcase it. You're putting it on a pedestal. And now you're going to take everyone that might be with you, or if it's just you and I, or whoever is your audience, you're going to be taking on a tour so they understand how you found this amazing problem. You created an unbelievable solution, and now you're going to take them on a tour of why it's important that this needs to be in their life. And that really transcends not just to a product, but also, or an idea, but it literally can be a product. Where you've sold it, you've got them hooked. They've seen in that first minute and a half that this problem that just was so mind-boggling that when you came up with the solution, the light bulb went on. Now they want to know how it works. Well, that's what we call the tour. A good friend of mine years ago, a producer friend of mine, love him to death, David Carrera, said, you know what, take him on a tour. And I thought, okay, let me see. So what do you want me to do? And he's like, well, show him everything. Literally start from one side of the product and work to another. I even got the same advice from a woman who used to work at QVC many years ago. I actually flew to Philadelphia and just outside of Westchester and learning how to sell jewelry. And really, when you look at a piece of jewelry, that's also taking a tour. Because, it's part emotional, putting it on, but it's understanding why it's so beautiful on your hand, or why it looks so good. And the parts about it that now they become, so your audience becomes an expert. They now know why they bought it. They may have, the emotion of it all was so beautiful and exciting, and they couldn't wait to show it to their friends. But now they were able to look at it in a whole different way, because now they can tell everybody why it's so beautiful, why it looks so good, or better yet, in educating their friends about this amazing new stone. And let's do this. And we're going to do something that many of you probably never thought of doing: selling jewelry. Just to show you what a tour of a product or an idea is all about. Because it might be easier for your own product or idea, right? I'm going to take something abstract, something you probably would never pitch or have never had the opportunity to sell to literally anyone. And it's when you look at a piece of jewelry, you first look at it and you showcase it. The sparkle, the beautiful, the amazing color that's in the gemstone. So we're going to start from the top and work our way down. And you're going to know everything about that stone. Maybe it's tanzanite. It has the most exciting and most scintillating, beautiful blue-purple color that is imaginable. It is actually mined just outside Mount Kilimanjaro in the Milani Hills, where you have individuals, and these aren't mines where they're burrowing it with bulldozers. You've got individuals, people that's their livelihood. They dig a hole, and they dig it deep, and they try to find this amazing gemstone. So it's extremely rare. Because imagine in the Milani Hills outside Mount Kilimanjaro, there's flooding. Things happen. There are accidents, natural disasters, and then people can't have their livelihood because they can't get in the mines and bring it out piece by piece, bucket by bucket, going up this large amount of stairs. See what it is, Dad? I just told you about a stone you had no idea of. Tanzanite, little purple stone, purple blue, can be very beautiful. And in its best colors, some of the most exciting stones imaginable. Now imagine if you're the person that just heard that going, oh, well, I really like the ring. You got it because you love the color. You love the way it looked, right? But now you know that the stone that you're going to wear or that you're buying has got a history. That's the part of the tour. So now we say, okay, look, it's a beautiful oval cut or it's a round cut. Maybe it's an emerald square cut. And all the magnificent fastenings. Look, as I show it to you on the camera, they've got a close-up. See how it sparkles? It's because of the amount of facets that it has. It may not match the brilliance of a diamond, but because of the way that the master craftsman, the person that cut that stone so perfectly, gave you those facets so that the light would reflect no matter where you have it on your hand. And you look at it going, wow, you like that cut. Or maybe it's, like the emerald cut, the princess cut. Maybe you like an oval or a round. It's just the way that it looks to you. And emotionally, you see it. So we've taken you from the stone itself to the cuts of the master craftsman. So in this tour, you're building up, oh my gosh, this is magnificent. This is something I've never seen before or heard of. But I love that color. It's beautiful. Now, so we've gone from the stone itself, the cuts that bring the sparkle. What about the setting? Setting's important too. Because how'd you like to, brush up against the countertop or, when you're folding laundry or doing house chores or you're at work and all of a sudden, boop, the stone's gone. Now we're into the setting and the mounting. We want that stone to be secure, don't we? So in that part of the tour, I've taken it the beautiful color. I know you like it. You like the beautiful radiance, the sparkle, the scintillation. Oh, I love that too. But know that that stone is secure on your hand and will not come out of its setting like cheaper rings. Now you've got a perfectly set, expertly crafted, dynamic, explosive ring on your hand, and you're like, oh my God, this is so great. And you can't wait to tell your friends. But we're not done with the tour. Maybe there's other stones, maybe some diamonds. Oh, you got some diamonds along that channel set. Maybe they're princess cut diamonds that are actually placed to the channel. Or it's a setting, an invisible setting, where you have a bunch of squares, and it just becomes this big, beautiful sea of swimming diamonds all across it. And you go, ooh, I like all this. So that's the tour. You literally start from the top to the bottom, side to side, doesn't matter. The moment that you're able to convey that not only you're an expert in the problem, and you're ingenious because you created a solution, but now you're able to take them on a tour that whether, this the beautiful piece of jewelry I was just showing you, I'm talking about, or maybe perhaps it's just the fact that you want to be able to show them the features and benefits, what it can do to solve their problem, to make life easier. And you pick out your best first. Because that's going to continue with your demo, right? It's going to continue with all that encompasses knowing the tour. Because in that tour, not only did I take you on that ring from top to bottom, but if it were a product or an idea, I'm going to give you the reason why that product is the best solution to that problem first. And then I'm going to go to the others. And then I'm going to close it. After every single feature benefit, after every single part of the tour, man, if you love that color of that stone, man, can you imagine wearing that out? What are your friends going to say? They're going to love it. They're going to wish they had one. But then you're going to tell them, well, it's kind of rare. It comes from the Mercury Hills, which is just outside of Mount Kilimanjaro. And it's hard to mine. It's hard to get. I mean, people literally go down in mines and hand mine this stuff. And then you got your friends go, oh, well, holy cow. But imagine the pride you have because you know more about what you're wearing. It's just like your product. It's just like anything that you sell, right? So if it's a product, you want to know what the product does. And if you can give them demos and make sure those demos are wow demos, that's another part of literally making sure that the tour works, is when you're showing the demos that every part of the piece of jewelry or every part of the product, everything that you're selling, you take that. And every one of them, after you show them, you show the demo, you show why it works, what it does, how it looks, the amazing things it can do to solve the problem and make their life easier, you've got to close. So if you take the tour properly, there are so many wines in that tour that you can close. And please, by all means, I've told you some of the greatest ins and outs that you'd ever want to have, and this is just a small inkling of the knowledge that I actually have in my classes, in my master classes that I have. But there are, if you can go after every one of those little wines in the tour and close it Ask for the order. Say, if you really love that color, let's take the ring. You know you love that purple. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the most astonishing colors I think I've ever seen. Well, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to want it. You're going to get it. You're going to need it, right? It is that kind of knowledge that will help you sell. If they love the cut, if they love the clarity, they love the incredible scintillation, that's another way that you close it. So relate the problems, the solution, the features, and the benefits to their everyday life, and how it's going to make it a lot more simple. We're going to put all this together coming up next in the last of this special series called It's About the Pitch. So part 5 is where we bring this all together to sell your idea, to create an amazing pitch for your product.